my lovely people, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Anita to Inspire. I am so glad that you are here again. I am so glad to see you once again. For those that are new here, welcome. This is my second video. I'm not going to be keeping count, I promise. So today I had to warm up with some exciting music, pump up my spirit for this video, and I am so glad that I am going to share with you something that I've been thinking about making a video for, and it has been really put out by my today morning. So I went to a meeting because I am going to be volunteering at a youth center. This meeting was my first training session on how to do the volunteering of helping junior youth and basically mentorship. It's a mentorship program where we train junior youth. We socialize with them, we connect with a few and try to encourage and motivate and provide support to the youth, the junior youth, which are like ages below us, because we have transitioned from their age bracket to like an elder bracket. So it would be really convenient for them to get a figure that is nearly that can possibly relate to their situation, since they have just gone through it. And so it's a very good program. I love it so much. So today was my first training session. Our first session was about training us, like reflecting about our lives before we get to reflecting into the junior youth life. And so these people brought up a topic about how we aspire to do certain things. I'm going to quote it the way she put it. We were going through this pamphlet, and it said that we as the youth have many wonderful powers, and channeling them properly, it said that channeling them properly is an important concern, right? And it said that if we misdirect or manipulate these powers, they can cause social distress, right? And if you think about it, it was really true, because these powers I'm talking about is not like superheroes, Superman, no. I'm talking about the power that we have, not just as a youth, but as this generation, right? We've been given too much. And not only that, these powers add on the much that we've been given. The curiosity, that's one of the great powers that we discussed. We talked about curiosity. We talked about the creativity, the ability of our minds to execute ideas, the open-mindedness that we have. Subconsciously or cautiously, we have that urge to explore. We have that open-mindedness that probably the generation that came before us does not have at this point of time in the world, right? And he's saying that channeling these things properly is a great concern. Why? Because most of the time our curiosity is misdirected, the paths that people take, and you find yourself doing things not because you want to do them, but that's just a power in the inside you that's inevitable for you to bring out. Or let's say, like, you go into certain groups or certain stuff that you are sure inside you that you are not comfortable to talk about in public. There's someone who said, there's like a very important person to me who said that if you are ashamed to tell someone about it, then you are probably doing something that is not okay. And that's a fact. If you feel embarrassed to talk about something that you are doing to anybody, it doesn't have to be telling everyone, but if you fear to tell even your closest, question what you're doing, because it is not because you choose, or not because you say me this is what I want, no, but it is out of that curiosity of heart. It's a nature for like the stage of life that you're in, to be curious, to be creative, to want to create change. That is to want to contribute to the fortunes of humanity, as the paragraph quoted at some point. And I realized that most of us, we just, we don't know how to channel these things properly. Like, yes, I have ideas, I have things that I want to contribute to society, but I'm too busy in books, you understand? Like, I have schoolwork, and maybe I'm still too young to think about such things. I have to enjoy my life while I still can. I remember my brother, I was talking to him about scaling his goals, like putting them into a law, and he said that, I feel like what you're telling me is not for my age. And I was like, wow, which is, justifiable to many people. That may be a reason for many people that they can't think about certain things because it's not yet their time to think about. They still have books, they still have exams to think about, they still have, trends to think about, and that is okay for those who want to settle for mediocrity. Yes. As I've learned over the years, I realized that it is not early to mature, like to grow. It is not. It costs you a lot. It costs you a lot of associations. You won't hang out with certain people because your conversations will start to change and your points of view will start to change. But you will be the one on the microphone and they'll be the ones in the audience. Why? Because you paid the price of being different. And as I've said, you do not have to wait to start working towards who you want to be, And as I've learned, this man that I follow said that it's not that you have to have your whole life figured out, right? You don't have to have the whole high purpose, the definitive purpose of life figured out. No. You just have to have an image of what you would want to be and behave the same way, even at the age you're at now, the same way that you would behave if you were in that place. Like when you wake up in the morning, a person who is in that place, what would they do first? How do they behave? What does their TikTok For You page look like? What is it defined with? What are you absorbing in the inside of you? It's not too early. It's never too early. You do not have to wait till you have certain things on your you don't have to wait till you have a certain background, as I was taught, to begin sharing what is inside you. Scriptures say that to whom much is given, much is required. And you, in this generation where there is like a lot of information given, we know too much to bottle it up and wait till we become 30, like, and then start saying, oh, I need to open up a business. That is an enslaved mentality that we have been placed in for so long, by the education system, by the colonial system. Everything has tried to limit us into a box that is where we stop. That is how we start. Like, you don't start with the great things. No. You go slowly. And then you start thinking about these things when you're older and you've given up on being open-minded and creative thinking. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait till you have certain outfits to go and interact with certain people. You don't have to wait till you're in a certain friend group, to behave a certain way. You don't have to wait till you're with a certain guy or girl or whatever to dress a certain way. It is from the small things, how much, what you absorb in your free time, like what you do, and You really don't have to wait to start thinking like an adult, to start thinking like a successful person, to start thinking like a person who has got it all figured out, whether you have it all figured out or not. It's in that mentality that starts to like shift your energy and direct it to a higher purpose. You know, if you and the biggest way to have this is through service. To start defining and shaping your paths, it's through service. Find a way to participate in something beyond you, beyond yourself. And as you begin to participate in the things that are beyond what is inside you, like beyond what I want to have, what I want to gain, what I want to achieve, and you start to think more of I want to be able to speak in a crowd and someone listens to me, or to have an opinion in a group and someone listens to me, you know, or to participate and contribute to something that is bigger than how I benefit. When you start to drive yourself in service, when you start to drive yourself into, I want to help a person, I want to help this service, like it shapes your purpose. That's just a tip, you know. But as the message, the shape of the day is, don't wait, you know. Don't wait to go to college to actually start caring about yourself and your life, and to start to ask deep questions and start talking about bigger conversations. But again, it's a choice to make and a step to take. So the question is, are you willing to do it? Anyway, that is it for today's video, and I hope you can read the article. It's in the description. It's going to be in the description. I love you all very much. I know I'm a bit of a talker, but that's just the thoughts and the meditations of my heart today, and I hope that they impact you a certain way, not just to be excited, not just to write a few ideas in your notes and keep them, but to take on the step, you know, to like push and see what can happen. And I am here with you the whole way. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you all. Mwah. Sign out.